Shawana, how are you? How are you? Hey, Andrew. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You upgraded your membership. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness, thank you. You're part of the brunch crowd now. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everyone is having an amazing Thursday afternoon. I just decided to pop on live and chat a little bit today. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to watch it till the end. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. Subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. We're going to be talking about some potatoes today, so stay tuned. Hey, Bree, how are you? How you doing today? I hope you're feeling better than the last time I went live. How you doing, Bree? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Yes, I'm in here in my own ads right now, waiting for them to end so that I can see things as they go along. Hey, sifting some soil. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Hey, TT. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Mackenzie. How are you? Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, I hope you all are having an amazing day. Hey, Andrew, thank you so much for upgrading your membership. That was such a surprise. Thank you. I appreciate you. Know I appreciate you already. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, if I could get one of my mods to drop Andrew's simple cooking link in the chat, I want everybody to go and check him out. Amazing cook. Amazing, amazing. So you all need to check him out. Please do so. So if I can get one of my mods to drop his link, I would appreciate that. Hello, Felicia. I am doing fantabulous. I hope you are too. Yes. Read my message, please. It relates to the. Oh, okay, yes, let me read. Oh, okay, I see it. Yes. Early at work, we got a few. Oh, my goodness, got sent home. Okay, well, at least you got maybe a little rest since you got sent home. Yes, 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 yes. Felicia, Ash, so Q&A bit random, but I've been stuck on a train for 6 hours and all the bathrooms are closed. Oh my goodness, I read to pee so bad in my life. What's the worst? Girl, you don't even want to know. Oh my goodness. Random. Yeah. Well, at the end of it, I did say, didn't I put that in there? Oh, the difference in potatoes. I did. I said live Q&A and I said difference in potatoes. So yes, I put that in. Thanks, Bree, for dropping Andrew's link. Yes, if everybody could check out Andrew's Simply Cooking channel, please check him out. It's a channel member. Amazing dishes over there, good yummy stuff. So y'all need to check them out. And if you like what you see, subscribe to them. Come on now. Thanks so much for sharing my link, Pam. Much appreciated. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. That's a perk of the membership. Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Yeah, so Felicia's not so random because I did put in there what the actual kind of, I kind of have a topic, I kind of don't. We kind of just go along. That's why I always say kind of like Q&A, because sometimes people just have questions and those questions may lead to something different than what I actually had in mind to kind of talk about. And I kind of like to go with the flow because I like to answer any questions that come about, anything that I've already cooked, anything that you want to cook, you're thinking about cooking, you want me to cook, or anything like that. So that's why I kind of put on there Q&A. Yes, 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 yes. It is so good to see all of you all. I am still in the ads. I'm trying to bring my live up on my computer so I can see it as I go along as well. Yeah, so I did, I did say, let me see, it was about a month ago, I did a pop-up live over here, and I pretty much asked everybody in the chat at that time. I mentioned that I was going to be going live over here again. I kind of switched up. I had been going live on my other channel for a while, so thought it was time for me to go live over here again for a while. I do both, but I do both very, very periodically. It's too much to do both constantly. So I kind of choose a channel to work with for a while. So I'm back over here. But I asked in the live, would it be a preference of everybody if I had a specific date and time, or just do a pop-up and kind of put it out there a couple hours before everybody see it pop up. So different days, different times. I think I did one recently. It was way earlier. Then I did a cooking video bright and early in the morning. And now I'm doing this one. It's kind of like early afternoon or early evening. My dad had a bad seizure last night. He went to the hospital late, but he's okay. He got okay, good. We're glad to hear that he's okay. And we'll still send prayers. Anybody can send prayer hands up for Mackenzie's dad. Yes, you will be in our prayers. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing that information. Hey, GT, how are you? GT, I know this is my gardening channel, but since you're in here, I just got to tell you, I planted my giant Alaska cabbage, and I direct sowed it outside the first of this month. It's germinated already. So, and this is just the 4th. It was actually, I planted it Saturday. So Saturday was like the 30th. Yeah, Saturday was the 30th. So what is that? That's not even a week. It's germinated. As a matter of fact, I planted 3 seeds. They've all germinated. So we're going to see how big I can get this cabbage since I'm not in Alaska. Yes. Well, thank you for coming in, GT. I hope you are doing fantabulous. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Wanda. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Hello, Chef, and everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. That's great, Pam. I can't wait to see that. Have you ever grown one, GT, and did it really get that big? Yes, I have 1 seed in a 5-gallon pot. Then I started 2 seedlings. So we'll see. Yes, Pam, have you ever cooked bubbled potatoes? No, I haven't. What is bubbled potatoes? Unless I know them by a different name. Because you know how some dishes have different names, and it's the same thing. So does it go by anything else besides bubbled potatoes? Yes. Hey, the 7th son. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Yes. Yes, bubbled potatoes. What are they, Andrew? And are they called by anything else? Or at least what's the cooking method of them? And I do have a couple of potatoes. I guess that's why I did the difference in the potatoes, because I do have a couple of potato recipes that I will be doing really soon. And you know, pretty much there are a ton of varieties of different potatoes. I mean, I couldn't even begin to remember all of them, let alone go through all of them. But they pretty much kind of fit into a couple of different categories. You see, GT says, I haven't grown it yet. Being out of town kind of messed up my growing of those seeds oh, okay, yes. Yes, for your dad, Mackenzie. Yes, prayer hands for Mackenzie's dad. Yeah, those, the potatoes. Most varieties fall into one of 2 categories, which is they either fall apart when you cook them or they don't. I mean, you know, you have your waxy, your starchy, you got all these different things that potatoes can be. But at the end of the day, when you're cooking any dish, that's pretty much it. Either they're going to fall apart or they're going to hold up. And depending on what you want your dish to be, that's the type of potato you should actually pick. Andrew says they are very, I think, small potatoes, and you glue them with a flour paste and deep fry them. They are supposed to puff up into a bubble. Mine just don't puff up. I'm going to have to look that up and see if I can do that. I've never heard of that before. That would be interesting. I'm going to Google that and I'm going to check on it. And I'm going to check to see what kind of potatoes that you need to do that, because I got a whole bag of potatoes I just bought. Yes. Hey, Shelly's Homemade. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? I don't know how to grow anything. Everything comes to my... You know what? It just takes a little practice and a little research. You know, everybody that grows anything you kill something. It's just it's something's going to die. Something's not going to last, no matter how hard you try, no matter how good of a gardener you may be. That's just part of it. Hey, Gina versus Gina, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate you. Yes, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yes, that's something I got to do. Currently working on work stuff. Yes, okay. Okay. Yes, but yes, they either fall apart um, or they don't. And some dishes, we need them to hold up. We don't need them to get mushy. We need to stay firm. Um, and believe it or not, one of the top potatoes that actually gets mushy is what most people I think grab when they go to the store is our russet potatoes. Our russet potatoes, they actually can get mushy. Russet. Russet potatoes are like some of the worst potatoes you can use for something like potato salad. Um, I'm not even crazy about russet potatoes as far as mashed potatoes. Even though I'm mashing them, I don't want super flat potatoes. I want fluffy potatoes with some type of potatoy texture to them. I don't just want to be like they're pureed. I don't want mashed potatoes that are like they're pureed. Now that's just my personal preference. Shelly's Homemade says, I am fine. I have plant and I am so surprised it is still in the sea. Yes, 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 yes. It just takes some getting used to. And it just takes, well, you know what? The very first year, I'll tell you this, although this is not my gardening channel, this is my cookie channel, I will tell you the story anyway. My very first year of gardening, since you mentioned that, my very first year of gardening, um, everything, nothing lasted, nothing, nothing. I had no harvest. Or if I did, it was like one thing here, a piece here and a piece there, something like that. And that's because I literally overwatered. It was like 100 degrees that summer. And I walk in the mornings pretty much every morning. So when I came back, it was my daily routine. I got up, I went walking, I came back from my walk, I came to my garden, I tended to my garden. Well, by the time I got through walking, I was burning up hot. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm tired. So I'm going straight to the garden. And in my mind, if I'm hot and tired and all of this, then my plants must be too. So I would water them. And you know how a lot of plants say they need just 2 inches of water per week? Well, I was putting 2 to 4 gallons of water on them every single day. I literally overwatered everything. I overwater. So it happens. It happens. I like fully loaded potatoes. I do too. And the good thing about the fully loaded potatoes, Shawana, is you can switch it up. You can take one potato and you can have it like a lot of vegetables. You can put broccoli on it and you can make it with like a cream sauce. You can turn around and put like taco toppings on it. You can put burger toppings on it. You can just put cheese and bacon and it's endless. The possibilities are literally endless. And I love that about loaded potatoes. I love it. Also, depending on the toppings that you put on there, that loaded potato turns into your meal. You don't need anything else because you got this. Especially if you find those real big potatoes, you got this big potato, and then it's loaded with everything. What else do you need? Dessert? Okay, we can use some dessert. But other than that, you don't really need anything else. I like plants and I really want a garden. Then you should do it. You know what I say at the end of all my gardening videos? Anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant. So what's stopping you? You know what? I need to add that on there. I like that. Anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant. So what's stopping you? Y'all might hear that now. I'm serious. I like that. Shelly, you made me think of that statement. Yes, GT says it takes time, Shelly Homemade. What zone are you in? Yes, Eastern Zone, Maryland. Okay. So I don't exactly know the weather there, but just being Maryland, you probably have harsh winters. You probably have a pretty shorter growing season, at least compared to mine. And I hear a lot of people, LOL, that is so true. Yes, it is, Andrew. It is true. Yes. And that's how I got started doing a solid container garden. Um, because when I first started, my husband didn't want any plants in the house. He didn't mind a house plant, but he didn't want vegetable plants in the house. What's the difference? I don't know, idiosyncrasy. So the day that this was announced, my response was, okay, that's fine because anywhere I can sit a pot, I can grow a plant. And I that's how it happened. So I took my stuff, my pots outside, so I sit the pot here, I can grow it. I can sit it there. Anywhere I can sit it, I can grow it. And that's how that really happened. But it is so true. So, if you have right now we're getting ready to go into our colder season. So, Shelly, you might want to look into maybe if you like any type of brassicas, your cabbages, your greens, or anything like that. Right now is a good time to go ahead and plant them. Especially maybe try something easy like collard greens. They're really easy to grow. They're frost tolerant. They love a little frost. They get a little sweeter and they don't have that bitter taste when that frost comes. So a little frost is good. They germinate pretty fast. You could have a couple of good crops growing on there, I think. I really do. Hey Vicky, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Blessings of love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm. And you know what else I need? Do I have any? Let me see. Let me see if I got any other moderators in here. Uh, I just wanted to check. Okay, see who was in here. Okay, yes, you're so welcome. Yes, try that and just try one thing at a time. And don't go off with all these different things because a lot of different plants have different requirements. And if you're new and you're having trouble growing something, I would say just take one season and try one, maybe two things, but try to make those two things, research them, just Google it. Try to make no, Bree, that's okay. I was thinking about something else, but thank you so much. Uh, Hi, all. I'm listening and Okay, hey, Ola Joe. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Great time to plant leafy green chili. Yes, exactly. Make sure if you pick maybe if you pick two or three things that they almost have the same requirements. They pretty much need the same amount of light. They pretty much need the same amount of water. They pretty much need the same amount of nutrients. Like if you're going to fertilize, then they some plants need fertilization every couple of weeks. Some need every month. Some need once a season. Try to pick two or three that require the same things. They'll be easier because then you don't have to keep track of, oh, did I do this? Should I do this for this or should I do that for that? Or get confused and get it mixed up. Everything needs the same thing. It's not going to be absolute the same, but it'd be very close. So try that out. Hey, Copham Creations. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hey, Angela. How are you? Thank you for coming in too. I appreciate you. Yes, welcome in, welcome in. Sifting Some Soil says, I had to start my fall seeds in the house. It's too hot here. You know what I did? This is a first, but so far, it's still pretty hot here. It's in the 90s. Right now, it's 87. And I think it was like 90 something earlier. We're not right at 100, but we're still in the 90s here. But I direct sowed everything I was going to sow outside, and I started some seeds. But guess what? I started my seeds and I stuck them up under a larger pot so they wouldn't be in any direct sun. Now that's something I'm a little confused about, which I want to research on that. Most seeds need some heat to germinate. So why does it matter if they're inside or outside if they need the heat to germinate if they're not in any direct sun. If you can find a completely shaded area up under something, behind something, to put them in. So that's what I did. So far, I've got the seedlings that I've started were some giant Alaska cabbage, kohlrabi, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and something else that I can't remember. Cauliflower, and then one other. I direct sowed all of those, but I also started seeds in seedling trays. Took the bottom out of the tray, so when I do water, it can drain. And when I water, I just take my hose and I just go back, just like that, and that's it. I just take the hose and let it go over and back it on my, like my shower stream that's coming out of my hose. Just one, two, and walk away. And they're sitting up under another pot. Yeah, so we're gonna see how that works, okay? I need to grab some shade cloth when it goes on sale for next year. Yes, you know what? Winter time is the soon, like you said, when it goes on sale. That's the time to get it because who needs it? Nobody think about that. They're trying to keep whatever they have warm or from frost. They're not thinking about the shade, and that is the time to get it. That is the time to get it. Yes, it really is. So that's a good one. So, back to the potatoes. We're going to jump around here. But on the potatoes, if you are going to fry the potatoes or roast the potatoes, your russet potatoes are best for frying and roasting. Because if you boil them or something like that, that's when they tend to just they don't disintegrate if you don't boil them long enough. But even when you boil them to fork tender, where you just stick a fork in them and it's barely tender, they tend to fall apart. They just don't, you can't just stick a fork in it and pull it out and it's still there. That potato is going to break as soon as you stick that fork in it, fork tender. So your russet potatoes, which is what we mostly grab, when we go in the grocery store, you grab a bag of russet potatoes. I don't know if it's habit or I don't know if that's what we grew up with. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that I think most people gravitate to. GT says, how are you going to prepare your cabbage? You have meals in mind. I do. Well, first of all, I like fried cabbage. And I love, love, love cabbage rolls. So if this big giant cabbage, I'm just looking forward to showing this big thing that I grew it in a container. So I'm looking forward to that. My regular cabbage, I like cabbage a lot because I like coleslaw a lot. Summer, winter, I don't care. I like coleslaw a lot. I also like chopped up cabbage in my regular green salad, mixed green salad. I like it sauteed. I also like it the old-fashioned way where I'm boil it and put some ham hocks with it or something. I like it that way too. And one of my favorite is cabbage rolls. That's my favorite. I have a few different types of potatoes growing, like 6 kind. Yes, yes. Bree says, it's how I grew up. I'm not a big fan of russet potatoes, to be honest. Me either. That's not my favorite. Now, my favorite potatoes, depending on what I'm going to cook, is either a Yukon Gold or a red potato. Those are just my 2 favorite potatoes. Now, white potatoes baked and boiled. If you're going to boil a potato or just bake it like we just have our baked potatoes, we're just talking about loaded baked potatoes, that would be good. Your white potato would be good for that. Hey, trash and bag fashion lover, everywhere a trash bag is clothing. No, I haven't, but I have seen some made. I have seen some made. Red. Ola Joe says red. What's red? Oh, red. But what you laughing at when she said red? What you laughing at? What you laughing at, Ola Joe? What are you laughing at? I just knew you would say that shit. Because it's red. You know what? I never thought about that. That's not why I like it, but I do like the color when you got a dish. So maybe it is. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, that's true. That's true, trash bag. That's true. You can do that. Can't even get my uniforms together. Okay. Yes, it does make for a prettier presentation depending, like I cook green beans and potatoes. When I do that, I want my red potatoes. You know what? I didn't even think about it. I never thought about the fact that that just happens to be my favorite color. The red potatoes would be the ones I like the best. But your fingerling potatoes, uh, cold dishes like potato salad or anything that you're going to have cold, or you want those potatoes to hold up the fingerling potatoes, as well as the red potatoes or new potatoes. All of those are good for those type of dishes. Um, they hold up. They hold up really well. You can stick a fork in them and they're going to stay. Especially if you stop the, boiling of them, or however you're cooking their process really good. Oh, hey, John Boom Bean, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. If I could have a mod drop John Boom Bean's link, I would appreciate that. If there is a channel for that, I would appreciate that. Ola Joe says, GT, those are so good too. Yes, trying to get my own personal security kit together because when we have events and things, I can never have enough cones and things. Oh, that would be a good idea, Bree. That's a real good idea. Thank you so much, Ola Joe. Will you wear them now? Probably not. Probably not. I would imagine for me personally, they would be too hot. They would be too hot. So yes, 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 yes. Amazing. So those are the potatoes that I would want. I would want. Still waiting for the K. Still waiting for the K. What's the K? Still waiting for the K. What's the K? Oh, okay. Yeah, you heard I answered it before you asked it. Trash bag. Yes. Will you make a video about wearing it? Oh no, I don't do any. I'm not a fashion channel, so I won't be doing any fashion videos. Not at all. Not at all. But John, what's the? I like hot. Still waiting for the K. What is the K? What is the K? Tell me what that is. I want to know what that is. You still waiting for the K? I feel like you asked me to cook something or do something. Yes. Oh, awesome. Oh, Joe just subscribed to you, John. So that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if I could have one of my mods again, because it's gone up the stream. Andrew Simple Cooking. He's a member. If you could drop his link again, because I wanted to have it in there more than once. I would appreciate that. Yes, 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 yes. So keep that list in mind when you're going to cook something, that potatoes, as far as if you what you looking for, Bree, if you want them to hold up or not. Those are the things. But like I said, my very favorite, I'm just going to cook up potatoes, just Yukon Gold. Now, most potatoes, to me personally, looking around, okay, to me personally, um, depending on what you are cooking and how much sauce you have in there. Oh, it means I'm not near there with the. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Ola Joe, for dropping that link. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to watch your playlist or something. We're gonna have to get you there. We're gonna have to get you there. Yes, we are going to have to get you there. Yes. But to me, like I said, depending on what I'm cooking, how much sauce I have in it, if there is any sauce, if it's a stuffed potato where I'm going to be actually tasting a lot of the potatoes, then it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter the taste, but it's the texture that I'm after when it comes to that. Hey, Psalms 146, blessings and greetings from Chicagoland. Thank you for coming in. How are you doing today? Yes, can we get me there too? Yes, Shelly, Shelly, we were over in old school with you the other day, so yes, absolutely. Yes, I like the blooming potatoes. Um, Somebody asked me about bubbling potatoes. Now I know about blooming onions, but I'm not so sure about blooming potatoes. I'm gonna have to check that out too, because someone else, as a matter of fact, Andrew's Simple Cooking asked me about bubbling potatoes dish. And I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with blooming potatoes either. Now, I am familiar with blooming onions, and I've done a blooming onion video on my channel. I love the blooming onion, and it's amazing how it actually opens up and blooms. But I'm not so sure about the blooming potatoes, though. I'm not so sure about that. The red potatoes, yes, 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 yes. Those are my favorite as well. That and Yukon Gold, those two. Fingerlings are good too. Hey, love notes. Thank you for coming in. How you doing? How are you? How are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you. And yourself, says Psalm 146. I am doing really well, Psalms 146. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, 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 yes. Let me see. Make sure I didn't mention anything. Angel's Kim's Delight. Okay, I saw that. Yes, let me see. Yes, so those are my favorite. And, potatoes, I don't know. Personally, I'm not sure I know anyone that does not like any type of potato. It's just one of those things that you can cook in so many different ways and so many different varieties. Now, one thing I am surprised of, my youngest son, and he's a grown man, but my youngest son, he loves French fries. He cannot stand mashed potatoes. He says it's because the texture, and on one hand, I get that, but on another hand, if you're eating French fries, very lot. Ola Joe, Shelly just subscribed to your channel, and anyone else that is not subscribed to Shelly's Homemade, check her out. We trying to help her get uh, where she needs to be. More friends. How about that? More friends. Muted, chef. Uh, is it back? It's back. You know what happened, Ola Joe? My phone rang. My phone rang. I actually have it. I have it on Do Not Disturb, except for family members can break through. So when the phone rang, it muted it. So I know now. Next time I'll just hit the button to make it go away. I should have done that. I can hear you now. Yeah. So it muted automatic, and I didn't know that. So I know now. Yes. Yes, we hear you now. You back. Okay. Yes. That's what happened. My phone was ringing, and I should have just pressed the button to stop the call from coming in, but I didn't do that. Yes. So good. I'm glad I came back and that's what it was and you all can hear me now. For sure, for sure. Absolutely. So what are some of you all's favorite potato dishes? Favorite potato dishes. What are some of those? I'm trying to see if there's anything that, because I've got quite a few potato dishes on my channel, but I know I don't have everything because I don't have scalloped potatoes on there. I have au gratin potatoes, but I don't have scalloped potatoes on there. That's one. And I do like scalloped potatoes. I don't know why I don't have them on there, but I do. I know I have loaded potatoes. I have crispy skinned baked potatoes. I have loaded potatoes. I have potatoes with green beans. I have mashed potatoes on there. I have potato salad on there. So what are some of you all's favorite potato dishes too? Um, Andrew Simple Cooking just left a bell with you. Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Mostly the city people eating the potatoes that's being used for the pig feedings. Oh, okay. Okay. Loaded baked potato with bacon. Yes, I think my loaded baked potato, I'm pretty sure it had bacon on there. Home fries, says Love Notes. Home fries are good. I'm not a fan of home fries. I'm really not. I'm not. They're too thick for me, if that makes sense. I'm not a fan of home fries. Potato salad, potato casserole with lots of cheese. I don't have a potato casserole on my dish. I definitely have potato salad. Now I have two potato salads. I have a German potato, no. I have a It's not German potato salad. It's like a Russian potato salad. Um, it's a Russian potato salad and then just a regular Southern potato salad. Scallop potatoes. Okay, sorry if my English not that good as I'm a Dutchman. You're doing fine, John. You're doing wonderful. I didn't, if you hadn't said anything, I would not have known. Fried potatoes with onions. Yes, yes, that's delicious too. You do Russian, yes, I do. I have a Russian potato salad, and it tastes almost like just our Southern potato salad. Now I started to do and I may still a mustard potato salad. I don't eat that much. I like the mayo kind where it's not kind of yellow because you use so much mustard in there because the mustard one has mayo in it too. But yes, well, I pretty much will try any kind of potatoes. I love them. Yes, yes. I love them too. I do. I really do. I may do a loaded French fry. I haven't done that either. I haven't done that. But potato casserole sounds delicious. Yes. You can throw some meat in the potato casserole, bacon or something. You know what? I bet that would be delicious. I don't make my home fries thick. Mine kind of like scallop, just with oh, okay. You know what? You know what, love notes? When you said that, when I think of home fries, I think of steak fries. It is a difference. I do have that on my channel, and I call it smothered potatoes with the potatoes and the onions. Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that secondary super chat. Thank you, John. Yes, we're going to run your link again because we need to help you out. Yes, we do. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker. All potatoes, especially fried. Shelly says fried potatoes and onions are my husband's favorite. I like smothered potatoes, and I think I cook my smothered potatoes a little bit differently from most people. I also like potatoes O'Brien. I like homemade potatoes O'Brien. Oh my goodness. And I don't have that. But I still don't have my green, not my green beans, my green bell pepper. I need to pick up a green bell pepper, and I need to do that one. Yes, I need to do that one. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, I do. I call it smothered potatoes. That's why when you said home fries, when we said home fries and you said, make yours thick, I'm thinking steak fries, which, they can be home fries if you cut them that way. And that's where my head went to. Yes, but I think most people, like I said, like some sort of potato dish. Now, there's some people I'm pretty sure don't want any parts of potatoes, but yeah, it can be a staple. It really can. Hey, Cassandra, how are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Yes, how are you doing today? GT says, I want all that energy with making meals with potatoes. I need ideas because I will have lots and lots of potatoes come 2 months from now. Yes, do you make your own potato chips? I have made my own potato chips. I don't do it often because some things that stuffed bell peppers are delicious. They are. They are. Funny how you call the sticker. Oh, because when it has those characters on there, they're called, at least on our side, on our end, they say that they are super stickers when they have the little characters doing something on there. Yes, I just had home potatoes au gratin a few days ago. Yes, 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 yes. Sifting some soil, I typically don't make my own potatoes. Now, I'll tell you something. If there is something that I can buy that I don't buy a lot because I don't eat it a lot and I can get it for $1, I'm not going to make it as much as I cook. And unless it's for an event or I'm having guests over for myself and I'm just cooking for me and my husband, I'm not going I'm I'm going to stand there and do all that when I buy a bag of chips. I'm just not going to do it. So but I have, just to learn how. But typically, if you have a mandolin, oh, they can be amazing. If you can cut them thin enough, they can be amazing because you got that real good potatoey flavor in there. So they can be amazing. Potato chips, okay, great idea. Yes, potato chips are there. And GT, if you go to my cooking channel, I'm always thinking I'm on the gardening channel. If you just Google cooking at Pam's Place potatoes, all my potato dishes that I've got out there right now will come up. And then I'm going to be adding some more because I'm getting ready to do some potato dishes as well. It's okay, like the fun. Okay, yes. Yeah, Shirley's Home May says, in your kitchen, waiting on a plate. All right now, Vicky says to Shelly, all right now. Yes, there you go. There you go. Let me see. I think I saw something. Make sure I saw that. Okay, I just saw that message. Yes. Shelly says, Vicky, come on over. Wanda says, I'm with you on that, chef. Love No says, I understand too much cooking when you can pay $1 for. Exactly. And that's why I'm skipping over to the garden section for a minute, y'all. That's why I have decided I'm not growing any more carrots. I grew my last carrots this year, this season. I pulled them up even earlier than I probably should have. I'm not growing carrots anymore because one, I don't like carrots that much. I like them for carrot cakes. I love, love, love carrot juice. My husband eats carrots every day, but I can get a pound of carrots for 99 cents. 2-pound bag for $1.98. Why am I going to spend months on something I could use that space for lettuce or greens or something that I'm going to eat almost on a daily basis, you know? And so I won't grow carrots anymore. They take way too long and they take up too much space. And I know you say, well, they're not big. No, they're not. But if you want a good straight carrot, you got to give it some room to go straight down, go on over, make another one, go straight down. That ain't worth my time and effort. I'm done with that. I am done with that. GT says, I'll check it out, your potato meals. Yes, Cooking at Pam's Place. You can put in Cooking at Pam's Place or you can put in Chef and More, either one. That's why for those of you all who haven't been with me that long or don't know, if you notice in most of my titles in my live, I'll say something like, welcome to Chef and More. It's not referencing me as a chef and more. When I started my YouTube channel, that was my YouTube channel name, Chef and More. Because of my seasonings, that name is going to be incorporated in my seasonings, so I want to keep it alive. And I also want people that used to know me to always be able to find me. If you put in Chef and More, my channel's coming up because I tag it all the time. And that's why it's not in reference to me or me being a chef or anything like that. That was the name of my original cooking channel. And I switched it to Cooking at Pam's Place. So that's why you'll see that it's the same thing. I'm just keep making sure it stays alive and I stay with it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. Let me go back up. Let me see. Shelly says, can't wait to watch more of your videos. Oh, cool. Thank you. Vicky says, I love carrot cake. I do too. And I have a carrot cake recipe on my channel too. I love carrot cake. Yes. And that's my husband's favorite cake too as well, carrot cake. Yes. Ola Joe says, make some Hasselback potatoes. I did that. They're on my channel. I did Hasselback potatoes. I've got a lot of potato recipes out there. Yes, I did Hasselbacks. Yes, I did. Using the new or red potatoes and cut them crosswise, brush with butter, top with cheese, bacon, bits, chives, or whatever. I did. I don't know what I put on them. I don't know if I put anything on them besides the buttery part. But whatever I put on them, I have Hasselback potatoes out there. And that's a lot of work just for cuteness. Yes. Love No says, I have stopped growing a lot of things I don't like. Me too. And I'm also stopped growing things that I don't like to eat and that I only eat like periodically. It's not that I don't like it. I like it a lot, but I'm just I don't have a taste for it all the time, or I just don't want to eat it all the time. So no, I need to grow things that I want to eat on a daily basis or that I eat a lot of. Yes. John Boone says, I have fried a sweet potato in rice oil, but did not successfully crisp. Your sweet potatoes are kind of hard to get crispy, but like any other potato, they need to be cooked twice. At least that's what I found. They need to be cooked twice, which I am not a fan of. I'm not a fan of sweet potato fries. I'm not a fan of sweet potato chips. I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes. I like sweet potato pie. I like sweet potatoes. I just put up a sweet potato video a few days ago. I like them roasted like that with a little honey on them. But typically, I just stick one in the oven and I like it that way best. Just a simple baked sweet potato. Which, speaking of, I might do another sweet potato recipe as well when I do some of these potatoes. Hey, Penelope, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Pam and everybody, just saw you were live. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Penelope. Yes, I appreciate you. Yes, hey, Simply Sarah, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming. How is everyone doing that just stopped in the live? I appreciate you all. How are you all doing? Yes, Wanda says, hello, Miss Penelope. Ola Joe says, I missed that one. You must be in the Hasselback. Yep, you missed it. Google it. Or put it in the search. Shelly's Homemade says, I love carrot cake, but I can only eat one slice. Yes, I'm like that on most cakes because I don't have really a sweet tooth, but I want the richest, gooeyest, ooeyest piece of cake I can get when I get it. But after I've had that one slice, maybe two if I'm feeling some kind of way, I'm done for like 30 days. Yes. John says, creating to all the good people here as to have used my small iPhone screen. Okay, that's okay. You're doing wonderful. We appreciate you, John. We really do. Thank you so much for being here and connecting to these people and talking to these people. They are enjoying you, and I appreciate you. Vicky says, have you got different ways to fix or cook asparagus? I have one asparagus recipe on my channel. That is pretty much the way I cook them most of the time. I'm not a big fan of asparagus because first of all, when you get ready to cook it, you almost have to cut half of it off. So you got even less than what you started with. And it's expensive for a really small amount. And when I eat veggies personally, I like a lot of them. So I'm really not a big fan of asparagus, but I do have that one on there with the Parmesan and stuff, and it is delicious. I do like that. Hey, Dr. Kara. Hey, Yoda. Tell Yoda I said hey. How are you, Dr. Kara? Thank you for coming in. Yes, Love Note says it's not worth the work of growing or processing to save for. It sure isn't. It sure isn't. When I grew those sweet potatoes, the first year I grew them, and I realized that I had to then cure them after waiting all that time to get them, and it's not something that I'm a big, giant fan of. I'm like, I'll go buy some. But it's good to learn how to grow all these things because if it hits the fan, the shizzy hits the fizzy, and we need to grow everything. We have grown it. We know the do's and don'ts. We know the requirements of it, and we can do it. And I think that's more important than actually just doing it to be doing it. Yeah, Psalm says baked sweet potato with Land O'Lakes butter. Okay now. Yes. Let me see. John says, good for the body, those sweet potatoes. Yes, they are supposed to be good for your body. Yes, especially compared to white potatoes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, Shelly says, I like more veggies than meat. I like my meat now. I want my meat. But you know what? I like my veggies and my meat. I'm not a big fan of sides like your starches, your rice, your potatoes. I'm not a big fan of that. I want some. I could just have a little bit small amount, but I do want my veggies and I want my meat. Yes. Yoda is here, he says hi. Oh, fantastic. I love Yoda. That's my dog. I've adopted Yoda. I'm just letting you know, Dr. Kara. I've adopted Yoda. Yes. I can't wait till Monday to see Yoda. Vicky says, wish I lived somewhere that I could have a good garden. Love veggies. Anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant. And I just put up a video on my other channel about certain vegetables that you can grow inside without grow lights year round. So you can have a garden no matter where. Cure them? Oh no. I know, right, Angela? That's what I was like. I was dumbfounded when I didn't do my research on that, and I didn't know I had to cure them before I grew them. But once I realized I need to cure these things after the fact, I'm like, oh, holy cow. I was like done. I said, I'll never grow these things again in my life. Yes, 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 yes. Cassandra says, I don't like sweet potatoes, but growing them because everyone in my family loves them except me. Okay, well, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. Angela says, I was looking forward to growing sweet potatoes. Not me. I like the meat too, but more veggies than anything. That's good. That's good. Yes, the Jello sweet potatoes be the, let me see. Let me see. The Jello sweet potatoes be the bittersweet ones. Oh, okay. Okay. Doctor says, that is totally fine, says Dr. Kara. Yes, Ola Joe says, make whatever you can get at the store, chef. Yep, that's true. That's true. I'll check out your video, Pam, says Vicky. Yes. What zone? I'll check that video out too. Okay, yes. What zone are you in, Vicky? I'm in zone 4A. Yes, what zone are you in, Vicky? John says, me too, like meat and seafoods. Mm-hmm. Yes. Shelly says, I don't like sweet potatoes either. Yes. I like them. I don't like the sweet potato fries and the sweet potato chips. I want the old fashioned, just give me a sweet potato baked. I will cut it open and I will add in some cinnamon and butter. I don't even need any sugar, just a little cinnamon and butter, and whip it up in there like a baked potato where you put your butter, maybe a little sour cream in it. I want a little cinnamon and butter, and I like it that way. Especially when you get a good one and it really is sweet, because I'm telling you, some of those sweet potatoes ain't sweet. They're not sweet. They're not sweet. Somebody didn't do something right when they were growing them. Yes, Vicky says, I am in Eastern Tennessee. Yes. And Shelley says, I don't like sweet potatoes either. I don't like them enough to grow them. I will, like I said, I'll take them. I do like sweet potato casserole, but I only like some sweet potato casseroles. It has to be made a certain way, or I don't want any parts of it. Yes. You have space for a grow tent, Vicky. 3 feet of space. Yep, that's another good one. 3 feet of space. Literally 3 feet of space. And you know what? We know, I know we're going back and forth between cooking and gardening, but what can I say? We got half and half in the chat, so I'm loving it. The most amazing thing to me about gardening that I can't seem to get over, I'm always excited about it, is the fact that all you need to grow a ton of food is one seed. That's just one of the most amazing things to me. And then when whatever you grow, if it has seeds in it, it typically produces a lot of seeds. But you only need just one to grow an amazing amount. That's just miraculous to me. That is just miraculous. And I don't think, I grow to try to plant one seed and see what I can get from one seed. And I know that sounds crazy, but it really is. Angela says, I'm in Arizona, zone 9B, but I grew up in Tennessee. Okay. Vicky says, not really. I have to do pots in an apartment complex. Hey, you can do it inside. Check out that video on my other channel that I had about growing. I think I listed almost 20 things you can grow inside. Or at least 10, I know. I know it's a big gap, but I can't remember. Yes, that is amazing. God is amazing. Yes, Shelly, that is amazing. God is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Yes, it is. It really is. It really is. GT says, yes, Vicky, kind of figured that. You might not have a yard or in an HOA. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I think that is amazing. And even right now, my whole garden season, I have been amazed at, I'm trying to see how big this is gonna go. But I'm growing watermelon in a container. but I think I've learned how to grow massive watermelons in a container. And I know I ain't the first one that's done this, and I'm probably late on the scene, but I just figured it out. So I am happy. I'm trying to grow Charleston Gray watermelons. Those are those huge 30, 40-pound watermelons. And so far, I've got 3 out there, and I love it because each one is at a different degree of growth. So that first one I got out there is about this big now. Then I got another one that's about maybe that big. Then I got another one that's just starting. So that means when one is harvested, by the time we bring that in and eat it that same day, we'll be waiting on the other one. Because trust me, I'm praying I get more than one because I really want to cut and open these watermelons on both my channels. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that simultaneously just in case. But if this thing grows that big next year, I'm devoting a lot of my space to what I love watermelon. I can just eat watermelon. That's my meal. 3 squares a day. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Watermelon smoothie. Watermelon drink. Like you use strawberry daiquiri. Watermelon daiquiri. Watermelon in my tea. Watermelon in my water. Watermelon in my salad. Watermelon on a plate. Watermelon. So if this works, oh my goodness. Yes. GT says, yes, Vicky kind of figure. Okay, yes. Penelope says, I'm interested in a grow tent. I have a patio. The apartment has new owners. They don't allow gardens. The old owners did. Oh, why wouldn't they allow a garden? Wow, that's such a harmless thing. Wow. Shelly says, my mom had a green thumb and that just passed by. I know the feeling on that one. Loveland says, that's been at different times. That's what I'm really excited about. And I won't have all of these big, huge watermelons at once. And 1, 2, 3. That's going to be amazing. So I don't know if I'm going to get any more. There's tons of male flowers out there. I haven't seen any more female flowers out there. Outside of these 3, there is one more that I saw that's really, really tiny, just starting. So they may keep going. And I only have 2 seeds. I planted 2 seeds. So if I get these watermelons, it's going to be exciting. Yes, very exciting. Let me see. I have to, okay, yes, that's amazing. Yes. GT says, yes, Vicky. Okay, I saw that. My mom had a green, I saw that. That's great. Yes, okay, here I am. Is it too late to plant watermelon? We have some seeds, but have not planted them. Dr. Kara, what zone are you in, or what state are you in? What zone or state are you in? That's going to make the difference. GT says, yes, melons and cucumbers are something I can eat every day. Absolutely. I love cucamelons. I grew those for the first time this year. So far, I've only gotten 2, but those were, I love them. Those were delicious. I have not been successful at growing cucumbers. I don't care how hard I try. I haven't gotten any yet. No, I take that back. I got 1. And it was really a big one, and it was green. And I went back out there the very next day to get it, and it was completely yellow. I didn't know I should have kept that one and kept the seeds out of it. But that was the only one I had anyway. So I would have wanted to try it first before I keep the seeds from anything. Yes, let me see. Dr. Karen said, what is your growth love? Oh, Doc, okay, she's asking that. Penelope says, they are evil. Muted. Okay, yes, my phone rang again. Hey, Veggie Farm. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, okay, you're back. Yeah, if my phone rings, it mutes it. I didn't realize that, but it does. Yes, 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 yes. Love notes, it looks like 8B. Okay, you planted watermelon in container. Yes, ma'am. I did. You go see them. I've been taking pictures. I hand pollinated them. And so I took a little short clip video of that so I can put it all together once it grows so I can show what I did, my containers and how it's going. Yes, ma'am. They're in containers. They're in containers. I can't wait. Yes. I'm praying they keep going to bright and to be big. I just want these big and broke Bro, you all that know Broke Farmer, he had a watermelon. He had one that's 23 pounds. So I'm trying to beat his 23-pound watermelon, y'all. He already know. I told him I'm beating that. I need one that's 24, 25 pounds. And yes, I'm putting it on the scale so I can show it. Yes, I'm trying to beat that watermelon. Yes, I did. Planted it in containers. I know one lady that had the patio catch on fire from a candle that she had on a garden. Fire insurance companies have written those causes in pot. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Dr. Carey, you can grow in 8B. Okay, Love Notes is my expert in gardening in this live right now. So, Dr. Carey, if Love Notes say you can do it, girl, get them seeds out there. Get those seeds out there. Yay, thanks. Yes, get those seeds out there. Yes. I brought house with 15 bushes, and I'm bad at caring for them. God and the nature does it for me. Okay, that's all you need. Yes, watermelon, you can start in a solo cup. Okay. See, I just direct sowed my seeds. And a matter of fact, the seeds that I sowed, these watermelons I'm talking about, I sowed them the last week in June. I sold them the last week in June. So I'm going to see how this goes, see how it does. It takes for these Charleston grays, it takes 85 days from germination. So that puts me at about the end of September. The 85 days puts me at the end of September when they should be ripe. My first frost date is not supposed to be until October. So if I really have these watermelons that are stagnant, I should be able to get at least most of them before that time comes. Had I known, I probably would have planted my seeds at the beginning of June as opposed to the end of June. I didn't plan to plant them, but they were there. And I said, let me just go out. Let me plant these. And I put 3 seeds out there. Somehow, one, as it became a seedling, got broke. I don't know if it was a critter or what, but it got broke. So I just snatched it up. So 2 seeds out there. Yes. I grow watermelons in styrofoam shipping containers. Okay, yes. Angela says, no way. Hey, yes. And so I'm counting on you to beat Broke Farmer. I'm tired of him and that crown. I know. And when I was talking to him, he reached over and got his crown. I got to go get me a crown. Matter of fact, next time I'm in the dollar store, I'm going to get me a crown. I'm going to save that crown for the day I do that watermelon. I'm going to put my crown on. I'm glad you mentioned that crown. Yes. I am glad you mentioned that crown. Love No says, Shelley's Homemade, get an electric trimmer or battery and keep the bushes trimmed. Yes. Melons are my gold plants. I just keep trying to, well, veggie farm, girl, if I know everything I did. This was one plant that I have documented every step of the way. I know when I fertilized it. I know what I gave it. I know how much water I've been giving it. I know when I watered. I even hand pollinated it. I got a little short clip showing that. I've done everything. So I've done all of it. So I am ecstatic about that. So I hope you all see. Here you go. Thank you, Ola Joe, for the crown. But he's got a physical crown and he picks up, puts on his head, but he on live, so I got to give me a crown too. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Well, that is absolutely wonderful. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well, guys, we have been over here a little bit over an hour. I kind of like to try to keep my lives to an hour, so I don't want to keep y'all too long. But I enjoy you all. Keep looking out for my pop-up lives. I won't be going live more than maybe once a week, once every other week, or just whenever. But I try to put them out there at least a couple of hours before I go on live so that everybody can kind of see them and look forward to them. And I enjoyed this. This was fun. Thank you all so much for coming in and everything. Thank you for my channel member, Andrew Simple's Cooking. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much, John, for the couple of super chats. I really appreciate that. I do, I do, I do. So thank you. FYI, use some unsulfured molasses and a gallon of water for your watermelons. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna look that up and see. So glad you came on today, Chef. I am too, Ola Joe. Yes, 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 yes. Shirley's Homemade says, love notes, I have a trimmer and I'm really short and afraid of heights, so I try to trim. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks for the live, says GT. You are welcome. Dr. Kara says, good to see you, Pam. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yes, Wanda says, I enjoyed the chat. Have a good evening, everyone. Angela says, this was fun. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate that. It was. It was fun. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, okay, guys. All right. I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Have a wonderful, blessed evening.